Prabhu also conducts Bhakti Vriksha programs. And of course, he does DT service. And on Saturday mornings, he has been doing the Narshinga Yagya for the protection and well-being of all the congregation devotees. So thank you, Simhesvara Prabhu, for all your services. And please start the class.
Thank you, Amritananda Prabhu, for a brief introduction. Not deserved all of whatever Prabhuji said, but I'm trying to serve. Thank you all your dear devotees association and wonderful help to move forward with this wonderful association of Sangha. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. We have this very wonderful opportunity of hearing the pastimes of the glories of the Supreme Lord, Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan. Ram Navami is tomorrow, and again, a very happy Ram Navami in advance. So without further delay, we'll get into the class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavada Sevaya Bhagavadi Uttama Sloge Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigim. So we'll go to the Pranam Mantra. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhudale Srimade Lokanath Swamini Dinamine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhudale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Dinamine. Namaste Saraswada Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kujandam Rama Ramedi Maduram Maduraksharam Aruhya Kavida Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Salutation to the nightingale Valmiki, who sits on the poem-like branch and who goes on singing sweetly Rama, Rama and Rama. Valmiki Muni Simhasya Kavidavana Charana Charina Sunvan Rama Kada Nadam Konya Praram Gadim Param Gadim. Who in this world will not attain salvation, who happen to hear the story of Rama, composed by the lion among the poets, Valmiki, who always lived in the forest. Ya Piban Ramacharitamrita Sagaram Arudastam Munim Vande Prajedasama Kalmasham. I salute that the pleasant sage who never got satisfied, but forever drawing the story of Rama, which is like the nectar, the story of nectar. Vatmiki Giri Sambhuda Rama Sagara Gamini Puinadu Bhuvam Punya Ramayana Mahanadhim. Let the whole world become holy by this river called the story of Rama, which starts from the mountain of Valmiki and joins the ocean of Rama. Vedavedhyai pare pumsi jade dasaradatmaje Veda prajedasa dasida saktaha Ramayanatmana. When the God who is known by Vedas was born as the son of Dasharatha, Vedas was born again from the sage Valmiki as Ramayana. Vaidehi Sahidam Surudhram Rudramadale Haime Mahamandabe Madhye Pushpagamanas Masane Manimaye Virasane Sustidam Agre Vyachadi Prabhanjana Sude Tattvam Munibhyaparam Vyakithyandam Bharadshibhi Parivrutam Ramam Bhaje Shyamalam. I salute that black-colored Rama who sits along with the daughter of Videha and in the company of Bharata and others inside the golden shed beneath the holy tree of Karpaga, on the seat of flowers bedecked with jewels, built in its centers, explaining the essence of knowledge to the assembled sages and to the son of Anjana. Dear devotees, we are going to start the today's topic. Today's day 3 is Aranya Kaanda. Aranya means forest. The Kanda means a section. The Lord's journey through the forest. So just to recap, there is. So just a recap. So this is the 3rd day. So first, on the first day itself, Amardana Prabhu very nicely explained the appearance of Lord Ram. So we know that by the atrocities of Ravana, every inhabitants were very much annoyed. And even gods, Ravana got the bone from Brahma, and then Ravana even captured all the demigods and brought into his kitchen. And everybody was serving Ravana. And there is no way. And nobody, even pious, the ascetics, they were always worshipping the Supreme Lord by the sacrifices and their worship all the time. Ravana and his associates going there and always creating the obstructions. So they prayed to the Brahma. And even that time, the Dasharatha Maharaj on the Ayodhya was longing for a son for a long time. By the advice of Vasishta, and then Dasharatha Maharaj conducted a Putra Kameshti Yagya. And in that Yagya, the Dasharatha Maharaj sacrificed a horse. It was conducted so nicely, and Dasharatha Maharaj brought the Ishtashinga as a very celebrated sannyasi, a brahmachari, and he knew how to conduct this. By the power of the mantra, by the power of the sacrifice, the gods were very much pleased. And this is the time the gods were requested to Brahma, please appeal to the Lord Vishnu to come down on this planet Earth and to annihilate this demon, this Ravana. So Brahma meditated upon the Supreme Lord, and the Supreme Lord Vishnu took part and came down, and then also instructed all the demigods, and in due course of time I will appear on this planet Earth, and you all have to help me and support me in my endeavor. And then we heard this one, that on the first day itself, and then from the fire itself, from the last oblations, when Dasharatha Maharaj offered to the fire, then a very celestial personality came upon with a pot of the kheer, the sweet rice, and Dasharatha Maharaj gave it to his consorts, his wives, his queens, Kausalya and Kaigeyi and Sumitra. And Sumitra got 2 of the portion of Kaigeyi and Kausalya. And then we know that the Lord Ram appeared as the Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Lord. And then Lord Bharat appeared as the son of the part of the Lord Vishnu. And then Lakshman and Shatrugna, also the part of the Supreme Lord. And then we saw that how they were very much engaged in the service of the Dasharatha Maharaj and the people, and well learned by the guidance of Vasishta Muni. And when they approached the age of 16, Vishwamitra Muni brought them into the forest, and Vishwamitra Muni understood that who is this personality, somehow convinced Dasharatha Maharaj, and by the guidance of Vasishta Muni, Vasishta Maharshi, and Vishwamitra brought Lord Ram and Lakshman to the forest, and Vishwamitra Muni instructed and gave lot of celestial powerful mantra to Rama and Lakshman. And throughout that, when Lord and Ram came through the Vishwamitra in the forest and killed the Tadaka and the very demoness Yakshasi, and then killed the Subahu and pushed away the Marija 900 miles away, and then liberated Ahalya, and then came to the Rajadhani of the Janaka Maharaj, and then there the Supreme Lord Rama married Mother Sita, and also along with the Lakshmana and Bharata and Satrughna, the sisters and the co-sisters of Mother Sita, and brought them back to the Ayodhya. There was a jubilation, but that didn't long last very much. And then over 12 years, they stayed together, lived together. But then Dasharatha Maharaj became very old and now decided that it is an ideal time to pass my kingdom to my eldest son, Ram. At the time, Bharata and Satrughna were not there. Bharata and Satrughna were sent to his uncle's place, kingdom in Kegaya. So Dasharatha Maharaj consulted with all the ministers and Vasishta and all the other sages, and even the people in general. They were all in one sound. They said, yes, Lord Ram, because of all the inhabitants and all the subjects, they very much liked Rama to be their next king and emperor. But this is the time the Mandara, who was actually the maidservant of Kaigeyi and very much polluted Kaigeyi, and then somehow Kaigeyi were convinced Dasharatha Maharaj, and Dasharatha Maharaj in very much distress and asked for the boon. And then Dasharatha Maharaj was not saying anything. And then Kaigeyi was requested Ram to spend 14 years in the forest as an exile, and my son Bharat to be the next king. And this is the time Dasharatha was not even any word to utter because of shocked by this behavior of Kaigeyi. And then somehow Lord Ram understood that the all this ordeal and what the boon Dasharatha Maharaj promised to Kaigeyi, and in order to upkeep the tradition and the legacy and the dynasty, they are upkeeping the promises and the words. They don't want to break that. And the Lord Ram understood the dilemma of Dasharatha Maharaj and understood this is the order of Dasharatha Maharaj that I should be in the forest for 14 years. And then Lord Ram was insisting Mother Sita and Lakshman to be stayed back. But their determination and Mother Sita's determination to serve her husband in all the time and in life and in all the time to serve her husband, that's her primary duty, and she didn't care anything else. And thinking that's her primary duty, and that's the most obedience wife has to do. And the same time, Lakshman was so much attached to Lord Ram, and even for a blink of an eye, Lakshmana never separated from Ram. And this is the moment Lord Lakshmana and Mother Sita came forward and requested to Ram, please take me also into the forest. And by Lord Ram was insisting so much that she stay back, but their determination and their service attitude, Lord Ram had to agree with Lakshman and Mother Sita. Then they requested Father Dasharatha to give the permission, and somehow Dasharatha didn't say, but the silence is actually considered as the blessings and permission from Mother Dasharatha. They departed from the Ayodhya. They entered into the forest. So then they came to the Chitrakoot, and this is the time, and they stayed there near the hermitage of Valmiki, sage Valmiki. And by the time Bharata and Satrughna came back to the kingdom of Ayodhya, and there Bharat understood that, and meantime Dasharatha Maharaj departed from this world, and in the separations of his favorite eldest son, Lord Ram, Dasharatha couldn't tolerate this for a long time, that how that Dasharatha can separate from the Lord Ram. So with that separation, Dasharatha also left this world, and Bharat came back, with the Satruta and on the Chitrakoot. There Bharat and even Vasishta came, even the three mothers, Kaigeyi, Kausalya, and Sumitra, all came, and they all requested Lord Ram to be again come back to Ayodhya and take the kingship. But Lord was so determined, and this was not the idea of Lord Ram to never go back and uh, again take the kingship. And then Lord was so determined. But finally, Bharat requested Lord Ram to pass his sandals so that I can take the sandals to the kingdom, and then uh, I can keep the sandals as Lord Ram is ruling the Ayodhya. And Bharat took the sandals of Lord Ram and on his head and returned back to Ayodhya. And then immediately Lord Ram, immediately Bharat came to the Ayodhya in the palace. Bharat put that sandals on the throne and worshipped immediately, and proclaimed and announced to the entire the ministers and the assembly that now onwards I am the representative, and Lord Ram is ruling this, and Lord Ram's sandal represents Lord Ram himself, and I am just the obedient servant of Lord Ram, and everybody should agree, and everybody in one sound, everybody agreed this, that Bharat approach, and what Bharat is worshipping the sandals are same as Lord Ram sitting on the throne. And then Bharat took as a mendicant and then close and moved to the near to the outskirts of the Ayodhya, there in the Nandigram. And every day Bharat was also living like Ram, and Bharat was getting up early in the morning, taking bath and eating roots and fruits and sleeping on the floor. And this was Bharat was doing, and everybody was even appreciated the Bharat's behavior and love for the eldest brother Lord Ram. As this were up to this point, we were going. This was the Ayodhya Kand. Today we are entering into the Aranya Kand. So here in the Chitrakoot, Lord was lived for quite some time, and then one day Lord Ram saw that even though there are so many sages around, but many of them are not happy, so much happy, and they were going around, but they have this very the sad faces. So Lord Ram inquired to the sages, "Oh sage, you are all very great, grace. We are all wonderful, and you are always serving the Supreme. And what is the reason for this your unhappiness? So please tell me." So then the sages mentioned to Lord Ram, in this forest, there is a forest called Dandakaranya forest. There is the brother of Ravana, the Khara and Dushana. Khara is ruling this Dandaka forest. And there are 14,000 Rakshasas, the demons are there, and they are wandering in this forest, and they are giving us so much of trouble to us. They don't allow us to do any sacrifices. As soon as when we start the sacrifice, they come and they shed the urine, and they put the blood, and they pour all these abominable things in the sacrifice, and they give so much of distress to us, even following our daily worship. And see that there are so many. Look at the bodies of these sages, and the bones and their heads and the hairs. These demons and come and eating them, and we are very fearful here, and we are going to leave this place. So this is the time Lord Ram also realized that now what will happen? The sages are leaving this place. Let me also leave. And then Lord Ram told to Mother Sita and Lakshman, let us also leave this place. And then Lord Ram enters into the Dandaka forest, Dandakaranya forest, and this is where the Aranya Kand starts. So Dandakaranya forest, there is a story behind this, how this Dandaka or Dandakaranya forest got this name. In earlier Ishwagu, when Ishwagu was ruling this planet, in the Ishwagu, there was one of his son
were actually very much not in the proper behavior. He was the Danda. His name was Danda as a prince regent. He was going around and doing a lot of atrocities. Ishagu didn't like this, and Ishagu banished the Danda into the far regions of his kingdom. And there, Danda actually developed a small town, small city, a small kingdom there, and built a big palace and everything. One day he was going through this and through the forest, and saw that in that forest Shukracharya was there, and Shukracharya was there, and hermitage was there. And there one of the inhabitant of the Shukracharya, this Danda, came and actually persecuted and molested this saintly lady. So Shukracharya cursed the Danda, and then he cursed that all your wealth, everything, all this, your kingdom, everything will come down to ashes in 7 days. So then it happened, and Danda, and became the big, beautiful city, and became the ashes. And on that ashes, lately, all this big forest developed and created, and this is the Dandakaranya forest. And then later, when Ravana captured everything, Ravana appointed Khara as his brother of the ruler of this Dandaga forest, and they were ruling there for 14,000, along with the 14,000 demons. The Khara was ruling there. And then Lord Ram then meeting with the sages, and then there Lord Rama entered into the Dandaga forest. And then just before entering into the Dandaga forest, Mother Lord Ram and the Mother Sita met with Anasuya. Anasuya is the wife of sage Atri. And by the power of Anasuya, the Anasuya gifted the celestial garments and ornaments to Mother Sita. And also very much Lord Ram and Lord Lakshman took the blessings of sage Atri and Anasuya. Then they started to move further and entered into the Dandaga forest. So this was when they entered into the Dandaga forest. Little while they were moving, and then they saw a very ferocious creature who was inside the forest. As soon as they were very close to this creature, and his name was called Viradha. Viradha was a very demon, and who was actually there for long years. He was living there, and whoever passes through, and he kills and eats the flesh of the human. And this Virada goes around into the forest and capture the elephants and the lions and the tigers, and they eat the flesh and drink the blood, and then create the necklaces and laces with the heads of elephants and the tigers and the jackals and the wolf, and he put around his neck and on his hands. And this was the Virada, the demon, was living there for a long time. This is the time Lord Ram and Janaki and Lakshmana was entered into this forest, and then this creature, this Viradha, the demon, saw Lakshman and Ram and Mother Sita. Immediately, Viradha caught hold of Mother Sita and ran into the forest, in the woods. And Lord Ram and Lakshman, Lord Ram was very much disappointed and distressed and started to even cry, "Oh, Mother Sita, oh my beloved, and what is happening? See that Mother Kaiyegi's words now becoming true, and I should be separated from you." That was Mother Kaiyegi was wishing and desiring. Now it is getting true. And Lord Ram and Lakshman, without any second, without any delay, shoot an arrow to the Viradha and pierced through the chest of the Viradha. Immediately seeing this, and the Viradha was become so much infuriated, and he came forward. And then Viradha started to speak to Lord Ram. So in this forest, oh humans, you are dressed like a sages and dressed like a sannyasi, but you are with a woman in this forest. And what kind of people you are, what kind of duplicity, and what kind of sages you are. And you are wandering around with a woman in this forest, and I will not tolerate. Just go back the way you came, and I would kill immediately. Otherwise, I will not even leave your life. Please leave here immediately. And this lady, this celestial lady, so beautiful, is going to become my wife. If you are fearing of your life, just leave immediately this place. And then Lord Ram and Lakshman immediately shoot arrow and pierce through his body. And this time, he just fall down with the power of the arrows of the Lord Ram and released Mother Sita. And then immediately Lord Ram got hold of Mother Sita. And then this is the time Lord Ram and Lakshman and pierced through the so much of arrows. And this Virada, the demon, again caught hold of Lord Ram and Lakshman in both of his arms. And he was so powerful. And he is so much of valor, and he was thrice the size of the Lord Ram and Lakshman. And he was so powerful. And then Virada took Ram and Lakshman on both of his arms, on the right arms, the Rama, and the left arms, Lakshman. This is the time Lord Ram cut the arms of the Virada, and he fall down at the earth. So then Lord Ram, using all these weapons, but Virada got a boon from Brahma that Virada was one of the time, he was a Gandharva, and he was serving the Kubera, and he was very much in serving Kubera. But one day, when Kubera was not there, his name was Tumburu, this Gandharva. Tumburu was very much attached and attracted to the beauty of Rama, the celestial, the being. And then Kubera came, and he didn't pay much attention and didn't serve Kubera. And Kubera then gave a curse and cursed this Tumburu that take birth into this earthly planet. And then Tumburu was requesting and pleading to Kubera that please give me some relief from this, and how long I will be like this. Then the Kubera mentioned that then the Lord Ram comes into the forest, and then Lord Ram will relieve you from this curse. So here, this is the time when Lord Ram cut the hands of the demon Virada, and then demon fall down. And this is the time when Lord Ram, because of the bone, none of the weapons cannot kill the Virada. So this time, Lord Ram used his toe and stuck his neck on the ground, and then completely and put inside. He was about to die. This is the time Virada realized this is the Lord Ram and the Lakshman from the Ayodhya. And then Lord Ram and Lakshman also mentioned that we are the sons of the king, the great king of Dasharatha. And this time he regained his consciousness, requested and to release him from this curse. So in order to kill the Virada, they dig a big pit, and they killed the Virada there, and then cremated the Virada, and from that body, and then delivered the Virada, the Lord Rama and Lakshman, and the Virada became his very beautiful Gandharva body. And before that, the Virada requested Lord Ram to visit the sage Saranga's hermitage. So this is where the next the Lord Ram and the Janaki and the Lakshman moved to the Lord's Saranga, the sage Saranga's hermitage. So there, just before they are entering into the Saranga's hermitage, Saranga was a very powerful sage and was meditating on the Supreme Lord for very long years. But when just before Lord Ram entering into the hermitage of the Saranga, sage Saranga, and there he saw that there is a celestial chariot there. And he saw that the celestial being, and in the mid of that celestial chariot, and in the mid of that Lord Indra is present there. The chariot was not on the ground, it is above the ground. And then everybody was fanning the Indra, and then using, they are worshipping the Lord Indra with the mantras, and they are fanning and the chamaras, and they are offering the oblations and everything. And then as soon as the Lord Indra saw these human beings, the Indra, the Lord Ram and Janaki and Lakshman, and coming over, they just disappeared. So then this time, sage Saranga was meditating inside, and as soon as Saranga saw the Lord Ram and Lakshman and Mother Sita, immediately get up and then received the Lord Ram and Lakshmana and Janaki. And then Saranga said to Lord Ram, I was meditating on you, you for a long time. That same Lord is now in front of me, meditating on Lord Vishnu for a long time. And now Indra was then, Lord Ram then inquired about Indra, and Sage Saranga said, Lord Indra came to take me to the Brahma's abode, but I requested, my Lord is coming, my Lord Ram is coming, wait here, and then once I receive the Lord Ram, then I'll come. And then Sage Saranga was requesting this way to Indra, but as soon as Indra didn't want to meet with the Lord Ram, because if Lord Ram if Indra meets with Lord Ram, then the news will spread out, and somehow the secrets of Lord Ram and the gods, and then will go out, and people start to say that there is a relationship between gods and human being. Somehow Ravana will come to know that. So in order to conceal that, then Indra just disappeared. So here in this time, Saranga received Lord Ram very gracefully, and they sat together. And then Saranga then gave all the the gust and all these beautiful, very much tasteful fruits and the roots and the tubes and all those things, and they're very satisfied. And this is the time Saranga said, I was meditating for long years here in this hermitage, and but this my time is approached, my time has come. I was waiting for you, and in presence of you, let me go back, let me take my go back to my abode of Brahma. So this is the time. Also, just before leaving, Saranga, the sage Saranga, also advised Lord Ram to go and meet Sage Sudikshna. So just before going and leaving his body, so immediately the Saranga created a pyre of fire, and with his power, with his power of penance, with Tamas Shakti, and then in that pyre of fire, and then Saranga entered, and immediately his body became a very beautiful young body and a celestial body, and ascended towards the to the Brahma's abode that you can see in this PowerPoint. So here, just before leaving the hermitage of the sage Saranga, then there are lots of sages around, and they came towards the Lord Ram, and they all came, and Lord Ram gave the prostrated obeisance to all these sages, and the Lord Lakshmana and Mother Sita, and then here the sages started to address them. So look at this. All the sages are so wonderful. So, and they were mentioning the names of Vaikasanas and Vanasanas, and like that, there are a group of sages. They were there for very long years into this forest, into this Dandakaranya forest. Some are very much in penance. Some are actually eating just air. Some are just overall in the water. They may be just flipping on the ground. They may be always in the meditation of the Supreme Lord. Some may be always in the not talk with anyone. And these sages were mentioning the Vaigasana as a group, the sages among the elder sages among the Vaigasanas, and describing all the qualities of these sages to Lord Ram. And then this is the time the sages was also requesting Lord Ram that look at that the bodies of all the sages, and every day this demons comes and eats us, and we cannot do anything. We cannot offer our oblations in the sacrifice. We cannot live here, but somehow we have such a power, but we can easily eradicate these demons. But if we do that, we don't want to. It is not our job, because of we are saintly people, and is confronting with the other person, even in an enemy, is not our duty. But you are a king, you are a Kshatriya, you are supposed to take care of the inhabitants of your kingdom, and we are part of your kingdom, and it is your duty, and you cannot. So these sages are saying and reminding Lord Ram and to the duty of a Kshatriya, and advised a lot in that perspective. And Lord Ram was very much pleased with their request. Lord Ram replied to the sages, "O sages, that it is my duty, and I understand that it's my duty to protect you all. Even if you, without a request from you, that I was determined to take care, I was determined to protect you all, and that's why I am here." And dear devotees, and this is the mercy of the Lord. the Lord always protect his devotees, even without requesting to the lordships. And then further, Lord was determined to protect the sages into this Dandakaranya forest. And this is the time the Lord then approached Sudekshna's hermitage, and then Lord met with Sudekshna, sage Sudekshna, and it was a beautiful place and the hermitage. It was mentioned that there are so much of beautiful trees, the chambakas and the karnikara trees, and the mangoes and the banana trees, and all these kinds of various beautiful trees and the gardens, and the river flows, and it's a beautiful place. And then Lord Ram and Mother Sita and the Lakshman met with Sudeshna. And then this is the time, and Lord Ram was actually requesting that we are looking for a place to stay permanently, and we are wandering in this forest. And Sudeshna immediately offered the same on hermitage Lord Ram. And then Sudeshna mentioned to Lord Ram that, yes, this is a beautiful place, and I was living here for a long time. Now you can take over, you can take it. But only one thing, that there are lots of ferocious animals nearby and around. But as we are also this ferocious animal around. And if we don't harm them, they don't do any harm to us. So they just come and we are peacefully living. And so don't create any harms. So the Lord Ram, then Lakshman immediately said that if as soon as Lakshman heard that there is a ferocious animal around this place, Lakshman immediately took his bow and said, let me annihilate, let me kill all of them, and who is giving the trouble to you, O sage. This the time Lord Ram then intervened that, no, then it's not suitable for us to live here, because of somehow we may take our bow, and we have to fulfill, we have to obey your wishes, and to harmony with all these living entities nearby. And then Sudeshna then advised Lord Ram, and Lord Ram and Mother Sita and Lakshman stayed there for night, and they get up in the early morning. And this is the very beautiful thing, that even though Lord, the Supreme Lord, they get up in the morning, they do their rituals and they worship the Lord before the sunrise, and then they take bath in the cold, and then Mother Sita, Lakshman, they all together worship the Lord. And then this is, even though they are in the forest, and they are always conscious of the rituals and the daily activities and the daily rituals. The next day morning, immediately after the sunrise, the Lord Ram and Mother Sita and Lakshman just departed from there, and then Sudeshna was following little bit, and then Sudeshna was mentioning that from the 8 yojanas further here, and if you take south from the 8 yojanas, then there is a beautiful garden you can see. It's a beautiful place, and you can take live there, and also it's very nearby the Agastya, sage Agastya's hermitage and ashram there. And there is a forest called Nandana forest, and this Nandana forest is so beautiful, and there you can stay. And Sudeshna was also guiding Lord Ram and Lakshmana and Mother Sita to go there, and they started their journey, and they walked and walked further. And then this is the time when Mother Sita just requested Lord Ram, and Lord Ram saw that, Mother Sita saw that Lord Ram is determined to kill the demons. So Mother Sita was very little bit conscious of that. Mother Sita requested to Lord Ram, Lord Ram, I saw that you are actually going to kill the demons, even though they are not doing any harm to us. See that this attitude, this behavior can pollute us. Then Mother Sita was telling a story to Lord Ram. Once there was a sage. He was living in the forest. And he was very much everything, renounced everything. He was just one loin clothes and just a hermitage, and there he was living there. But one day, one king, he was hunting in the forest and came to this hermitage, and he stayed overnight, and he lost his way. So he came to this hermitage, and the sage allowed him to stay in this hermitage. So next day morning, immediately the dawn came, and the king left the hermitage. But he forgot his sword in his ashram. So then sage saw this sword. The king left his sword in this ashram. and then no way that the sage can give that back to the king. So then a few days after, the sage was not even mindful about the sword is there. But after some days, the sage was just looked at this sword and just opened it and looked at the beauty of this sword, and he just opened from the quill and then put it back. And then this way, slowly, this sage has an attachment to this sword. And then eventually later, then the sage thought about that. Okay, if I go to the forest, this sword can help me, and when cutting the dry woods. So then sage took this sword, and every day now it's a very constant companion of sage, this sword. And then sage now started every time, whenever he goes out, he takes this sword, and then he started to cut the dry woods. Now, even he saw that cutting dry wood is little tough because of it has dried up. But the leaf which has a live wood, and that is easy to cut. So he started to cut the live woods, and then he dries up. And this is the way this sword actually, the sage is so much attached to sword. Now he slowly started to have this habit of an attachment of cutting this plants and the branches of the tree. And then slowly he started to cut even the living beings and living on the trees. And there are snakes. Sometimes he cuts the heads of the snakes and other living beings and other insects and all. So he started to so much enjoyed with this cutting with his sword. And then eventually he became a very sinful person. And now he started to even using his sword, started to kill the animals in the forest. And he started to eat this flesh of this animal and become a very sinful personality. So Mother Sita was reminding this story to Lord Ram. Lord Ram very smilingly replied to Mother Sita, "Oh Sita, you are the very respectful lady. You are the daughter of Janaka, and you would definitely is compassionate to all the living entities, and you are rightly said to me. But look at here, and here I am, here to protect. My duty is I'm a Kshatriya, my duty is to protect each and every inhabitants from the danger. And there are ferocious animals, there are demons, there are all of them, and they are completely dependent upon me. And they came and told me, even without even telling to me that their protection, I am very much determined to take care of them. That's my duty. And I am very much indebted to this, those who are devoted to me. And there is no doubt, and that's my duty. And Lord Ram was replying very soothingly, and Mother Sita understood how the Lord, the Supreme Lord, is very much is attached to his own devotees, and even he risked his own life to protect his devotees. So then further on walking, Lord Ram was mentioning this to the Mother Sita, and they came to this beautiful place, the Nanda forest, and then they're approaching into this Nandara forest. They heard a very beautiful musical sound. When they looked around and they realized that it's coming from the water. And then the sage, the Sudishna, was with the Lord Ram and the Lakshman. And then sage Sudishna was started to speak of the story behind this musical, very melodious music coming from the water. And then sage was mentioning to Lord Ram and looked around. One time there was a sage called Mandakarni, and Mandakarni was meditating and doing the penance in the water for thousands of years, almost 10,000 years. And he was now just holding only the air. And then the gods, Indra and all the other demigods, were very much afraid of. And they made a plan. Instead of somehow to obstruct the sage's meditation and tapas, the penance, the Indra sent 5 very celestial, beautiful apsaras to the Mandakarni, in the lake of Mandakarni, who was doing this penance and the meditation. And they started to live under the water. And then eventually, somehow, the beauty of these apsaras, they allured the sage Mandakarni. And then eventually, these apsaras became the wives of the sage. And then the sage and the wives of these apsaras were living there. And these apsaras, all the time, trying to please this sage Mandakarni, and they were doing this. They were singing this music. They were singing these beautiful songs and playing the musical instruments, and they are very much attentively serving the sage. And that is the beautiful sound you are hearing from this lake. So here, Lord was very much astonished, and then wandered there around. And it is mentioned that Lord was almost 10 years, and from one place and one hermitage to another hermitage, sometimes stay with their, the sages hermitage, sometimes comes here, and like that, almost 10 years is passed. And now, again, the Lord came back to the Sudeshna's hermitage. There, then again, Lord Sudeshna received Lord Rama and Lakshman, Mother Janaki, received well. And this is the time then Sudeshna also requested. And the one reason they are all actually guiding the Lord Ram, because of they know what is going to happen and why it is the purpose of the Lord's appearance. So here this time, Sudeshna also understood who is Lord, and then requested Lord Ram to meet with the sage Agastya. And again, the sage also guided the Lord Ram and Lakshman, Mother Sita, to go to the hermitage of sage Agastya. So they walked almost 2 days, and then reached up to the far 1 yojana away from the sage Agastya's ashram, and they saw a very beautiful hermitage of sage Agastya's brother's hermitage. So Lord immediately realized that this is the brother Agastya's brother's hermitage, and the thick fumes are coming. This was the sacrificial fumes, and all over the places was the beautiful aroma of the sacrifice, and the birds and the animals, they are all living so happily and harmoniously. Even though tigers or the lions or everybody around there, they are not afraid of each other, because of this is the glories of the devotees, those who stays, and the purity of this devotee stayed around. Everything will become so beautiful and harmonious, and there is no calamities. Everything is flourishes well. And then they stayed there that night in the sage Agastya's brother's hermitage, and then they left from there on the next day morning, and then they reached up to the sage Agastya's hermitage. So this time sage Agastya was there, and as soon as the Lord Ram saw the sage Agastya, they gave a prostrated obeisance to the sage Agastya. And then this time also, while on the way, the Sudeshna was describing the pastimes, the glories of sage Agastya, and how the sage Agastya is so glorious, so powerful. And Sage was mentioning, and this was Ram was telling to Lakshmana, not the Sudeshna. The Lord Ram was telling to Lakshmana about the pastime, the glories of sage Agastya. One time, Ram was telling to Lakshmana, one time in the forest, there was 2 demons, 2 Rakshasas were living. His name was called Ilvala and Vatapi. And then their hobbies are, they invite the Brahmanas to their home. They disguised as great Brahmanas. And then they feed the Brahmanas so nicely. And then the Vatapi has a miracle, mysterious. He has a miracle. He can do the miracle. He can become so minute in such a way that he can enter into the food of that they were feeding to the Brahmanas. So the moment the Vatapi took that form and enters through the food in their stomach, and Ilvala will call this Vatapi, Vatapi, you come out. It is the time to come out. So Vatapi will just break their belly and kill them, and they come out and eat their flesh. They were very fond of eating the flesh of the Brahmanas. So one time, the Agastya came to know this, and Agastya was he came and in disguise as a Brahmana and came there, and they invited Agastya to their hermitage, and they fed Agastya very well. And also they started to play this trick. Vatapi became very minute and entered through the forest in the belly of Agastya. So this is the time the Ilvala called Vatapi, Vatapi, you come out. But Agastya mentioned to Ilvala that who is going to come out? What strength he has left over? And he is digested in my stomach. And then this is the time Ilvala and Vatapi completely digested, and I sent him the world of the Terminator in the hellish, and he is not coming anymore. This Ilvala became so furious. And then Agastya opened his eyes and burned him ashes on the floor, and then he is also completely vanished. And then one time Lord was saying that the Agastya was so powerful in such a way that Agastya even drank the ocean, the entire ocean in his belly, and he didn't release even that. So he is so powerful, and he is everybody, even the gods were even worshipping the sage Agastya. So Lord Ram, Lakshmana, and Janaki gave the prostrated obeisances to the Lord, the Agastya Muni and Agastya, sage Agastya. And sage Agastya got up from the seat and then came forward and received Lord Ram. And sage Agastya raised Lord Ram from the floor and embraced embraced Lord Ram. And sage Agastya mentioned to Lord Ram, I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to come. And I know that you are going to come here. And then sage Agastya sat with Lord Ram, and then also mentioned that Lord inquired about Agastya, where is the place that we can stay peacefully. And then sage Agastya mentioned that from here there is a place called Panchavadi, and that Panchavadi is a very beautiful place, and you can go there. And then here, by this time, sage Agastya also understood the purpose of Lord's appearance. And then sage Agastya also retrieved a great powerful bow and 2 quivers and a sword, and immediately retrieved from the celestial and then gave to Lord Ram. And sage Agastya mentioned that this is not an ordinary weapon. This is Lord Vishnu was using when he was helping in demigod with the demigods. And then sage Agastya then now offered this Lord Ram, and it's a very powerful bow. This is called Vaishnavastra. Lord Ram received with very much gratitude and offered the oblations and obeisances. And then Lord Ram and Lakshman moved from there to the place Panchavadi. And that's where then Lord Ram and Lakshman moved further to that. On their way to Panchavadi, the Lord saw as a very powerful, a gigantic creature on their way. And then Lord Ram thought that this may be a demon in disguise of going to attack to us. And some kind of ferocious and demon is disguised in this form. But when Lord Ram reached nearby, this ferocious bird and mentioned to Lord Ram, "Oh Lord Ram, do not worry. I am your father's friend. My name is Jadayu, and I am here for a long time, and I was also waiting for you." And then Lord Jadayu mentioned that, Jadayu understood that this is Lord Ram as the son of Dasharath and Lakshman and the mother Janaki. Then Jadayu then started to speak about his lineage, and I'm here for a long time. I am the brother of Sambhadi, and I am the son of Lord Varuna. I'm the brother of Lord. I'm the son of Varuna, and I'm the brother of Varuna, and son of Varuna, and my uncle is actually Lord Garuda. I'm the nephew of Garuda, and then Jadayu was giving that the great lineage of, and he was so powerful. And then Lord Ram embraced Jadayu, and then Jadayu was requesting Lord Ram, I would be also following you, and I would be also there to help and protect you and Mother Sita, especially since you are in this forest. And then they moved further. And this is the time they reached up to the Panchavadi. Panchavadi is very near to the Godavari river, and they saw a beautiful place there. And it was mentioned that the descriptions of Panchavadi is so celestial, and it is as equal as the gardens of Indra, that's called Nandana, and then the gardens of Kuvera. Everything is there nearby, and the river Godavari, the sacred water, is flowing very beautifully. And then they liked, and then this time Lord was requesting Lord Ram to find a suitable place, and then Lord Ram was requesting Lakshmana to find a suitable place. The Lord Lakshman was just went around and found a suitable place to build a hut, a hermitage. So there Lakshmana showed to Lord Ram, this is the place, and it was raised little up, and there is a beautiful gardens nearby, all varieties of plants and the trees and the tubes and the roots and the water, the very beautiful and sacred and very purified water is flowing through the Godavari. And then Lord was mentioning, and in this Valmiki Ramayana, even the Vasanta, the different seasons are so beautiful, so nice, and it's so not so much of cold, but it is also very soothing. And even if they go and take bath, it's very soothing, the water in the Godavari. And then in the meantime, when the Lord Ram and Sita and sitting, and Lord Ram instructed to Lakshman that construct a small hut so that we can live here. And Lord Ram was mentioning that you understand, you are so intelligent, you are so powerful, and you are not an ordinary. You are such a person that you only can select such a beautiful place. Lord was appreciating Lakshman because of his choice, and Lakshman was so much down to earth and mentioning that when you are there, O Lord, your command is my service, and this is for you. Your desire, your wishes, that is actually fulfilling. It's not my capacity or capability to do anything. Because of your mercy that I can do this. So meantime, the Lakshman actually collected all these woods and various other articles to build, to construct, to bring this hut. And in due course of time, the Lakshmana made a beautiful hut, and it has chambers, it has barricades, it has entrances, and it has also used these various leaves and woods, and which is powerful enough that they can live there very happily. And then further, then this is the time that one day the Lord Ram and Lakshman and Mother Sita, got up in their daily rituals and got up in the morning, and they went to Godavari to take bath, and then they took bath very nicely and came back, and Mother Sita, Lakshman, and Lord Ram was sitting there. This is the time, and this demon is called Shurpanaga in guise of a beautiful celestial lady, and approaching and entering into the Panchavadi. And here you can see that the beautiful form. So here in the Panchavadi, Shurpanaga entered here, and then approached Lord Ram, and seeing the beauty of Lord Ram, and this Shurpanaga, the lady in disguise of a beautiful woman, and approached Lord Ram, and they started to talk. Who are you? Who are you in this forest, you beautiful person, handsome? And why are you wandering in this forest? I can see that you are not an ordinary person. And please tell me, who are you? Then Lord Ram mentioned to Shurpanaga and mentioned that I am the eldest son of Dasharatha, who is a very famous emperor on this planet. And this is my youngest son, and Lakshman, and this is my wife, Mother Sita, the daughter of Janaka. So then immediately the Shurpana became so lusterious to Lord Ram, and became this so much attached to Lord Ram in lustful way. And then Mother Shurpanaga started to talk to Lord Ram in this way. Oh, Ram, see, look at me, that I'm so beautiful. And look at your wife. She is just, the bones and deformed and not so beautiful. How can you live with this lady? Look at me, I'm so beautiful. You know who I am. And all of a sudden, in order to impress Lord Ram that she is so powerful, and she started to introduce herself. I am the very powerful sister of Ravana. Ravana has conquered all over these universes. And be with me, come with me. We can enjoy this, this endless lifetime. You are here with this woman who is not even good looking. How long you can live with her? And you are in fact a human, and you are going to die very soon. But look at me. If you come with me, we can enjoy our life in this forest, on the mountaintops, on these celestial airplanes, on these mansions, on this wherever you wandered, and I'll be with you. I'll be very devoted life. I'll be loving you all the time. And then Lord Ram very peacefully told to Shurpanaga, oh noble lady, oh lady, look at that, I am already married, and I took a vow that I will not marry again. And this is my better half, this is my Dharma Pagni, Mother Sita. Look at that, there, Lakshman. So this time, Lord Ram just took it everything in a joking mode. Look at that, there, my younger brother is sitting there. He's not married, so you can approach him. So here it is mentioned that, dear devotees, when a person is so much in lust, then he does not care anything about. And whatever he gets it, he will go with it. And he was so much eager to, attain that. So this is the time then immediately Lord Ram mentioned to Shurpanaga that, okay, my brother is there and he was as equal as I am. He's also my own self and he's not married and you can approach him. So then immediately Shurpana took this an opportunity. Okay, leave Ram. Even Lakshmana, he's also very beautiful. He's handsome and he's also valiant, very powerful and so much of very physique. And yeah, I can get him. So Shurpana approached Lakshmana. And this is the time Lakshmana also mentioned that, oh, foolish lady, you want to become the servant of this Mother Sita, and I am eternally indebted to Lord Ram, and I took a vow that I would be eternally servant of Lord Ram. If you become my wife, then you will be also eternally the maid servant of the Mother Sita. And this is the time then Shurpana turned towards Lord Ram. And then Shurpana thought that this, then also Lakshmana said that when you are, you can, then Lord Ram can have more wives and you can also become a co-wife of Mother Sita. So then again, Shurpana came back to Lord Ram and requested, marry me, I'll give you everything, all the riches, all the happiness, all the pleasure that you cannot even imagine. So Lord Ram said that, yes, I already married, this is my wife, and I took that vow, I will not marry again. So this is the time Shurpana thought that Mother Sita is the obstruction, and in between that, Lord Ram and Shurpana, so let me kill Mother Sita. So Shurpana advanced to catch hold of Mother Sita. This is the time then Lord Ram just raised his voice at the roar, and then Shurpana fell back. And then Lord instructed to Mother Lakshmana that just teach her a lesson and don't kill because she's a woman, but disfigure her so that she will learn a lesson. So immediately Lakshmana took the sword out of his duel and then cut the nose and the ears of the Shurpanaga that you can see here. The Lakshmana is cutting the nose and the ears of Shurpanaga. So Shurpana immediately became a ferocious demoness, a Rakshasi, and she ran and she understood and realized that she cannot stand, withhold in front of these powerful personalities. She ran with a big cry and ran to the woods. And this is the time she approached her brother Kara, who was ruling the Janastan, or this is called the Dandakaranya forest, which was also known as Janastan. And the Ravana put this name Janastan because of all this 14,000 Rakshasas, the demons were moving around. So then immediately Shurpana came and fell in front of the Kara and then started to cry and in that form. And Kara mentioned, what happened to lady? That why are you crying? And who disfigured you? And who is that person who is inviting death? And tell me what happened. So then Shurpana started to tell, see, there are two humans in the form, they are wandering in this forest. They are the sons of the king Dasharath. They are here. They are very powerful. And they are also handsome. And along with their Lord Ram's wife, Mother Sita, she is so beautiful. She is so celestial. And then somehow the Shurpanaga was trying to convince Kara that to take revenge. And then Shurpanaga mentioned that my brother, and this is the brother of Shurpanaga, also brother of Ravana. And then Shurpanaga then requested that I need to drink the blood of that Ram, that human, and I also need to kill that Lakshmana who is actually disfigured me. And then I also wanted to grab, and I also wanted to get her so that the Mother Sita, so that you can enjoy. So immediately hearing this Kara, hearing all these pathetic situations of Shurpanaga, immediately Kara called his very foremost of the demons, 14 demons. They are very powerful in their value, and they are very powerful in their strength. And their strength in equal to the thousands of elephants. And then Kara called them and requested, go and capture and bring him and kill him and bring that body here so that my sister can drink that hot blood of that human, that foolish personalities who is otherwise to confront with me, and go and immediately. So then Shurpankhaka, all these 14 demons, very powerful demons with their chariot and the various weapons, and they marched to the this Panchavadi. And then immediately Lord Ram saw that this personality is advancing to the Panchavadi. And then Lord Ram mentioned to Lakshmana, behold of Mother Sita, and then let me show what I am to this demons. And Lord was a bit happy that to meet with these demons, because of Lord was waiting for a moment that how I can protect my devotees, my sages. They were creating such a havoc to the all this in this very beautiful forest. And they came and told, and Lord Ram came forward, and this is the time then Lord Ram approached these demons, 14 of them. Lord Ram said, if you have fear in your life, just go back. I am Lord Ram. I am the son of Dasharath, and I came here with my wife, and then I was peacefully living. I didn't do any harm to you. Why are you here? So immediately these 14 demons were roaring and told to Lord Ram, what are you mentioning that? We are here to kill you. And then also Ram replied back, yes, we will see that who is going to go to the abode of the Yamaraj. And here these 14 demons were roaring like anything and started to attack Lord Ram. Lord Ram then shoot an arrow in such a way that they pierced their arms and the chest and the legs and the body, and then they are advancing to the Lord Ram. Lord Ram shoot an arrow in such a way that if he takes, and even they wondered that they couldn't even see Lord Ram, but only the arrows. When the Lord Ram takes the arrows from the quiver, and it's such a speed that Lord put on the swing, and he then bends this arrow in such a way that, and he shoot the arrows, and one by one, and at a time, he killed all of them. And Shurpankhaka was seeing this, and the Lord Ram was killing these 14 demons so effortlessly and killing in short time. And then it is mentioned that there was a story also there before. These 14 demons were also the disciples of Yajnavalkya. And also Yajnavalkya had 3 sons called, forgot the name, and they were actually cursed by Lord Shiva. And then they became appeared in the clan of Ravana as the brother of Ravana, and then the Kara and Doshana and Trishira. They were the brothers. And also these 14 powerful demons were also associates and the disciples of these 3 personalities. They also took birth. And then when they got this curse, they requested to Lord, and Lord Shiva mentioned that Lord Ram will come, and one day then they will deliver you from your curse. And this is the time then the Lord Ram then delivered all of them, 14 of them, and then Lord then killed them. And this is the time Shurpankhaka then went back with then again seeing Kara, seeing the Shurpankhaka and crying in that, rolling in the ground. And Kara mentioned that, what happened? I sent the 14 powerful demons, and what you are the reason for crying now? You are not satisfied anymore? And did you drink the blood of that human? So then Shurpankhaka started to narrate and explain that what is happened into the forest. And then in very short of time, Lord Ram killed that 14 powerful personalities. Now, Shurpankhaka was convincing again Kara and seeing that you are the very powerful and very powerful personality. You himself is very powerful. You can even defeat the entire universe. And then I am your sister, and look at my condition. And how can you live here? How can you stay here like this? And then Shurpankhaka was convincing Kara in that way. And then Kara was immediately ordered all his armies to get ready, and 14,000 demons. And then immediately Kara is ordered and arranged his chariot and all his equipments and weaponry and everything, and they started to march. And then Kara and his brother is called Dutshana, and also there is another brother is called Prishira. And then when the Kara started his marching towards the Lord Ram, he started to had and so seeing some bad omens, and and there see then Kara was thinking that why there is a bad omen. His left eyes were trembling. He was getting a severe headache, and his arms were powerless, and his left side is so much weak, and he saw jackals were howling, and then meteors were passing in the sky, and the branches of the trees are falling down, and then the animals were running here and there. So then Kara was thinking this is a bad sign, but he was announcing to his all companions, all his army, look at me. And even though there is some bad signs, I'm not afraid of all this. I'm very powerful. I am actually, even I can conquer all these universes and all over the world, and nobody knows who my power and my potency. And let us march. And everybody was jubilant, and they came before Lord Ram. And this is the time when Lord Ram and Lakshman, Mother Sita saw that there is a big dust and big sound and kettle drums and all coming and approaching the Panchavadi. Lord Ram was mentioned, yes, this is the Kara and his army. So immediately Lord Ram called Mother Sita and told to Lakshman, you fetch Mother Sita and go to a very safest place nearby. So Lakshman then took Mother Sita to a nearby cave, and then Lord Ram came forward. And this is the time Lord Ram put his armor on his body. This was gifted by Sage Agastya. And then Lord Ram came before, and this is the time then all these Karas and 14,000 army came before Lord Ram. And then then Kara instructed to Dushana, and you go and you mass his army and kill this human. And he was killed all my powerful 14 of my companion. And now you only can do this. Go and kill this Ram. He's a very human. And then then Dushana actually took that charge of the army, and he took 5,000 of his army members, and he came forward and started to attack Lord Ram. And then Lord Ram was very valiant, and he got really angry. And with his bow, with a very powerful bow, and he was started to shoot the arrows. When he put that arrow in one, and immediately it became multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. At a time, thousands of arrows were shooting, and thousands of arrows were piercing the bodies of these thousands of this Dushana's, the army men, and who was fighting. And they were all coming forward to Lord Ram in all directions. And this is the time the gods and the demigods, even Sage Agastya, were there assembled in the sky, and they were wondering. There were 14,000 people and demons were attacking to one person. What would happen now? What would happen now? They were all praying victory to Lord Ram. They were all showering their blessings to Lord Ram. And when Lord Ram and shooting this, the piercing the chest of these demons, they were shouting, bravo, bravo, intelligence, and showering their blessings and happiness. And this is the way Lord Ram even shoot the arrows and killed all of the 5,000 men, and Dushana were standing there in front of Lord Ram. Lord Ram took an arrow, which was the arrowhead with a mark of the moon and a half moon, and it is a very powerful astra. And he shoot that arrow to the Dushana, and that then multiplied immediately, and it was known as Gandharvastra. And also that Gandharvastra has a missile. Immediately fall upon him, all his chariot, all his neck, arms, everything pierced through, and he fall down on the earth dead. And seeing this, the Kara become very furious, and in due course of time, Kara was coming forward to attack Lord Ram. Then Prishira came forward, and Prishira said, why you want to go? This is very easy job for me. And this is what it is, dear devotees, when a person is so much in power, pride, they don't know what they're doing. So here, even though seeing all this, they still didn't learn a lesson. So Trishira means he has 3 heads. That's why he is known as Trishira. And then Trishira came forward and then fought with the Lord Ram. And Trishira was also so valiant. And somehow Trishira also could pierce Lord Ram's body. But Lord Ram was feeling that when the arrows stuck at Lord's body, it is like a flower. But some of the this armor also broken by the power of Trishira. But Lord Ram, in within short of time, then with the arrows shooting thousands of arrows, even Lord Ram killed Trishira. And this time Kara was mentioning a little shocked. And what is happening here? And who is this personality? Who is this human who is fought such a valor and who is fighting with me? And he's really a human or somebody else. But again, Kara came forward. And then now, when we looked back, nobody is left, only Kara. Everybody is killed by Lord Ram. And this is the time Kara became so angry and so furious. And he took powerful weapons and he took and shoot the arrows to Lord Ram. And then it pierced, and some of the arrows even hit on the forehead of Lord Ram, and the blood was coming out, oozing out. But Lord Ram didn't took a time for anything. But this is the time Kara thought that Lord Ram was tired, and he raised his bows and said that, look at me. So this is what is I told you. I am going to send you the abode of Yama. But Lord Ram, in short of time, in no time, and regained back and came to, and then told to Kara, and they were using some words and arguments and each other. And Lord Ram said that, yes, and here look at and see here that who is going to the abode of Lord Yama, and they will not be here, and your blood will be drink by the earth, and I will show you that. And this the both were using these words like that, and then they were exchanging that very powerful arrows each other. And finally, even Lord Ram took that. The sage Agastya gave that weapon, which is the weapon of the Brahma. And that weapon Lord used is a Brahmastra. And Lord actually shoot that arrow with the 13 of them, that arrows. And the Lord cut down the horses and the horsemen and the chariot and the armor and the wheel, and the Kara fall down on the earth. And then last, the 13th arrow hit on the chest of Kara, and he fall down dead and oozing the blood like an ocean of blood from the Kara. And seeing this, and there was another demon was just seeing this, and you can see that how Trishira and 14,000 the demons were killed in this battlefield. And seeing this, Akampan, there was a demon who was seeing all this, and he becomes so afraid of it. And he saw this, and he just immediately left to Ravana's abode. And he was there, and he was completely mentioning what has happened. And he was even stuck with wonder. Who is this human? And then Agampana immediately reached to the abode of the palace of Ravana in Lanka. And there Agampana was mentioning about all this, what Lord Ram. And Agampana said to Ravana that your Janasthan is gone. And now no more, there is no more 14,000 people or demons. No more Kara and Dushana and Trishira, your brothers are killed by these two people. And they are the sons of Lord Dasharatha Maharaj. They're wandering in the forest. They are humans. They are so powerful. But you are just wanted to give you. And here the Akampana was very cunning and he was also very much of a general of the Kara. He was very, but when Akampana was mentioning to Ravana, and Ravana was also wanted to know more about this two human. And Ravana was asking to Akampana, are you sure, is this human or some celestial being or the gods? I know that I am so powerful and I got the bone from Brahma that not even anybody in the demigods or anybody, nobody can kill me. But what is this human? Who is this human and is this animal? And nobody can kill me, even the human. So I am not worried much. But since he killed my brother Kara and Dushana, I would teach him a lesson. So immediately Agambana intervened and mentioned to Ravana that, no, don't do that. He is so powerful, he is so valiant, and he is a human. But you are not free from the humans, that humans can anytime kill you. But take a decision in such a way that don't directly indulge with him. So do, and let me tell you a reason. Let me tell you a way that you can interrogate with Ram. So this is the way that Akampana was convincing Lord the Ravana. So Ravana was then thinking twice, and Akampana mentioned that Ram has a very beautiful wife. She's a celestial being. She's a celestial body. It's very beautiful waist and very beautiful body and very golden color. And nobody in this universe as beautiful that Mother Sita. You do one thing, just kidnap, just get this Mother Sita as your wife somehow. So then by that separation, Ram will be very much weakened and Ram cannot separate from Mother Sita. And with that separation, he would be destroyed himself. And in that weak condition, you can attack him and kill him. So this idea, Ravan got very much, liked very much. And then immediately, Ravana thought, what is the best way? So Ravana thought about Maricha. Maricha is a very, he has so much miracles. He can do so much miracles because he has that power. And he is the son of Tadaga and in the clan of Pulastia. And then Pulastia sage. And he has such a power that he can take any forms. He can do so much of magicals and miracles. So then Ravana thought that Maricha can help me. So immediately Ravana took the Pushpa Guman. He abode on the Pushpa Guman and went to the hermitage of the Maricha. So this time Maricha, we know that when Maricha, Vishwamitra took Lord Ram and Lakshman to the forest, and that's the time Tadaga came, and Lord Ram killed Tadaga, and Maricha and Subahu were the sons of Tadaga. And then after that, when Vishwamitra started to do the sacrifice, then Maricha and Subahu came immediately and started to destroy the fire sacrifice. This is the time Lord Ram killed Subahu, and with one arrow, that's the time Lord Ram was just a boyhood and is around 16. And then one shoot of arrow, this Maricha went 900 miles away and fall into the ocean. And then Maricha somehow then came and then again came back to the forest of this later came into the forest, and he took a very ferocious animal form in order to kill the Lord Ram. And then other three demons also joined with Maricha. Then they were charging Lord Rama to kill, but somehow within no time, Lord shoot an arrow to the demons. The two other demons immediately killed, and Maricha, with fear of Lord Ram, and then withdraw himself, and then he went away the other side of the ocean. And this is what it is. Maricha was here. Now Maricha was saying that even when somebody says Ra, I'm so much fearful of that word. I'm so much of fearful. So here Ravana, then he became a mendicant. He became hermitage, and he was there and practicing this hermit. And then here the Ravana was approached Maricha to get the help. So then immediately Ravana mentioned to what happened in the Janasthal, and what happened to Shurpanaga, and what happened to all these 14,000 people. And then the single person himself, Lord Ram, killed all of them. And he's a human, and I need your help so that I'm going to abduct Mother Sita, his wife, so that he will learn a lesson. So immediately when Maricha heard about Rama, he then completely fearful, and he completely started to advise Ravana. So Maricha was started to speak to Ravana that this way, who told you? Who is your enemy? Tell you that. And who is that enemy that looking for your near death? Who is that person is not happy with you? Who is that person seeing that all your kingdom, all your kinsmen, your wives, all will be widowed? Who is that enemy that mentioned to you that the kingdom of Lanka become, the kingless? Who is that enemy? You don't know about Ram. I know who is Ram. And even if he is very youth, he is a very little boy, he became so powerful and so powerful. And because of that, his power that I seen directly, and don't even indulge with him, and don't make him furious. You are inviting your death, and you cannot do this. And even though he is a human, and you don't know, and you are not free from the wrath of the human. So Marija was convincing the Ravana like this. Ravana thought for a moment and then went back. And then Ravana was thinking, I will have some time, then I will take Rama. This is the time when Ravana came back to Lanka in his palace. Surpanaga came over and crying and rolling in front of him. And Surpanaga started to speak and look at me. And this Ram who is disfigured me, who cut my nose and ears, and why should I live in this world? I have a valiant brother, Kara and Dushana. He killed all of them, and all of them, 14,000. You are here, my brother. You say you are so powerful, you are a king, but you are always under the sensual and sense control, and you are under always the senses. Such a king, they lose their power, and eventually they lose their everything. Look at that, Janastan is gone, your kingdom is gone. This is the way Shurpanaga was even telling to Ravana. Ravana was very much ashamed. And then Ravana was thinking that I'm so powerful. I defeated even Yamaraj, and I'm defeated the gods. I'm defeated the universe. I'm defeated Kuvera. I'm so powerful. Who is this human? Who is this Ram to come in front of me? And then I'm so powerful. And Surpanaga was also convincing Ravana to, and also Surpanaga was mentioning about the beauty of Mother Sita. Look at Ravan and this beautiful lady in this universe. There is none equal to this Mother Sita. She is so beautiful, celestial ladies. Color is golden, and she is so suitable for you as your wife. Why are you sitting here? You are the king of this universe, but here the human is actually taking this Mother Sita. Mother Sita belongs to you. And so immediately when Shurpanaga mentioned about his lustful greed, lustful desires came up, and he completely forgot everything. Now he determined, and he was also thinking and telling to all of his ministers in the assembly, I am so powerful. Who is this human can come in front of me and let me do? And I like your idea, Shurpanaga. Let me go now. So this is the time Ravana then determined and to go back again to Maricha. And here we can see that. And the Ravana then went back again to Maricha. And Maricha was again afraid and told to Ravana, why did you come back here again? Why did you come back so soon? And everything is okay. Everything is well there in Lanka. So then Ravana was, the devotees, let me take a few more minutes. Let me finish this Kaanda. So then again, the Ravana came to Maricha, and then Ravana was so determined. And then Maricha was started to mention again so powerful words somehow to try to stop Ravana to go against this heinous act of abducting Mother Sita. So Ravana was mentioning that you help me. I came here not to receive any advice. I am the king. I am the emperor. I am here to instruct you, order you. If you are not agreeing with me, I'm going to kill you right now. But if you help me, you may save yourself. Then Maricha was thinking that, yes, my death is near, and there is no way that I can free from the death, either from the hands of Ravana or from the hands of Rama. Then Maricha thought that even better to get a death from the Rama, and rather than this Ravan, this demon Ravan. So then Ravan was convinced Maricha in such a way that then they started to then Maricha got into agreed the plan. The Ravana was telling, somehow you, with your miracle, with your magical power, you become a man, a golden deer, and go nearby the hermitage of Mother Sita. There, then the mother, I'm sure that Mother Sita will be attracted to this golden form of this golden deer that she has not seen before. And then go there and somehow allure Mother Sita. Then this time, Mother Sita will call Rama, go and catch this golden deer. This will be an asset for us. And Ram will go further away from the hermitage. And that time I can go. And then also Ram will go. And you make a sound of a Lord Ram's cry. so that Lakshman will also go away from Mother Sita. That's the time I can go and abduct Mother Sita. So this is the plan they made. So then Marija got on the Pushpa Goban, and then Ravana and the Marija, they they came to the Dandagaranya forest. Then immediately when they came to the Dandagaranya forest, Marija became a very beautiful golden deer. That you can see that he has golden eyes, and it's like shining his eyes, and his golden spots on his body and blackish color on his lower part, in such a way that he is, and everything and everybody who sees him will attracted to immediately. This is the power of these demons. They have somehow or the power there. So then the demon, this Marija, became a beautiful golden deer and came in front of the hermitage of Panchavadi, the Mother Sita. Mother Sita saw this golden deer, and Mother Sita was taking this dry the sticks so to cook. And seeing this, Mother Sita called out, Lord Ram, Ram, come here. See, behold this beautiful creature. Lakshman, you also come here. See that beautiful creature. And this is, I had never seen before. And can you catch this? And somehow this will be very, asset for us. And this will be a plaything for us. And when we go back to Ayodhya, we can take this golden deer so that everything will be astonished. And then we can keep this golden deer in our palace, and everybody will be appreciated. And seeing this and very celestial, very special, the deer, Mother Sita was so much captivated by the beauty of this golden deer. And this time Lakshmana said, Mother, no, do not allure with this one. This demons can. I never seen such a deer anywhere before. So he can allure us. This is Marija and none another than. So Lord Ram also sent that even though he is there and we have to even kill such demons like that. So immediately by the request of Mother Sita, Lord Ram left to catch this golden deer. So immediately he saw the Lord Ram, he just went far away, and this golden deer then dragged Lord Ram deep into the forest. And then all of a sudden, Lord Ram had actually shoot an arrow to this golden deer. And then golden deer actually then showed his original form here. And you can see that as a demon. And then while dying, this demon was calling out, Hey Side, hey Lakshmana, hey Side. This was in the disguise of Lord Ram's voice. And then hearing this, Mother Sita was so much afraid of and so much astonished. And Mother Sita told to Lakshman, look at here, my Lord Ram is in danger. Hear that Lord Ram's cry. You go immediately and rescue my Lord. And you go. And Mother Lakshmana was trying to pacify Mother Sita. And then Mother Sita started to even accuse Lakshmana, and started to say that, and started to use the never Sita mentioned like that. So it is mentioned that this is all the will of the ordinance, that it's all bound to happen. Then Mother Sita started to use the words which never used. And Mother Sita said that, oh Lakshmana, and I know that what you were thinking about me is now this is the time come, right? So that Lord Rama is away from me. Somehow he get killed so that you can take me. And you had always an eye on me. And this was your desire, right? So that's why you are not going. Your brother is in danger, but you are not going. So what kind of brother you are? So Lakshmana was crying in tears and said to Mother Sita, and Lord Ram told me that don't even leave Mother Sita alone here. And I was here. I know that Lord Ram's valor and power, nobody can even touch Lord Ram. This is the trick of the demons. But Mother Sita was not convincing and pacifying. Mother Sita was so much in anguish and so much in worries of Lord Ram, and started to abuse the Lakshman, and said that I'm going to die here with the using of the poison. I'm going to jump off from the cliff. I'm going to kill myself and jump into the fire if you don't go, and you cannot touch me. You're never going to get me. If that is your desire, I'm going to die in front of here itself. So Lakshmana didn't have any kinds of options. So here Lakshmana, without hesitatingly, then went out. And this is the time Lakshmana then drew a rekha and drew a line, a boundary, created a boundary the hermitage and told to Mother Sita, don't cross this rekha, this line, and you will get into the danger. And then Lakshman went there, and this is the time Ravana was waiting in the forest. Ravana then disguised us in a sannyasi, in a sage, in a mendicant form, in the robes of the color, in the golden color, and came before the Mother Sita. And then Bhiksham Dehi, begging alms. The Mother Sita heard this sound and saw that there is a sage in the form, and there is a mendicant waiting for the Bhiksha. And then Mother Sita thought, this is my duty. And as a Kshatriya, as an obedient wife, somebody comes to my home giving Bhiksha to that sage as mendicant. Otherwise, this Bhiksha, this Brahmana can curse me. And then this Ravana then in disguise and requesting Mother Sita to come out. And Ravana said, I cannot come in, and I am traveling, and I was fasting for so long. Can you give something to me? I'm so hungry. Come out. And this is the time then Ravana disguised in the form of a sage and started to glorify the beauty of Mother Sita. And Ravana was in such a lustful mood and seeing, and each and anga of Mother Sita was glorifying, you are such a beautiful lady. And then this is the time that Mother Sita came out and crossed even the Lakshmana Rekha. And then Ravana then took his original form and mentioned to Mother Sita that I am the Ravana, and I am the Lord of all this universe. There is no one powerful than me. Who is this Lord Ram? How long you are going to live with that person? He's a human. He's going to die very soon. I am the powerful. I have every riches I have. I have the kingdom. I have thousands of maidservants. I have thousands of wives. But you will be the primary queen of all. Thousands of maidservants will serve you, and thousands of every day you can live like a goddess in my palace. You come with me. You are belongs to me. You are deserve me. And this way, Ravana was trying to pacify and convince Mother Sita. But immediately, Sita was then debating with and telling that I am the daughter of Janaka. I am the Valirvan. I am the wife of my Lord Ram. There is Lord Ram is powerful than you. He is the Lord of all universe. Nobody can defeat him. Even though I am in the forest, he is my husband. He is my Lord. Nobody can even touch me. Immediately, Ravana took the form of the original and abducted Mother Sita and took Mother Sita in the chariot. And Mother Sita was crying, and Mother Sita was on the chariot and crying like anything, and weeping, and then putting down the ornaments and telling to the creepers and the trees. Mother Sita was telling to the creepers and the trees, oh trees, all the plants, all the creepers, tell to my Lord that Ravana was taking me. And please tell all the birds, and they were rushing here and there. And Mother Sita was crying and weeping. And this is the time Jadayu was sitting on one of the branches. And so that the daughter and Mother Sita was abducted by Ravana, and Jadayu came immediately in front of and obstructed the chariot, the Pushpa Viman of the and in combat with the Ravana. And then we can see that how the Jadayu was fighting with Ravana, and even Jadayu then took off the helmet of Ravana, and then with using his beaks, he actually killed the horses and the horsemen. And then from the Pushpa Viman, Ravana fall down. And this is the time Ravana took his Khadga, his Chandrahasa, the sword, and took that and cut off the wings of the Jadayu, and Jadayu fall down. Seeing this, Mother Sita was weeping and crying and telling, oh Jadayu, and what is happening? Because of me you are dying. And then Jadayu was fighting with Ravana in such a valor and telling to Ravana that I am not going to allow you to go from here. And I will stop you until Lord Ram comes. But Ravana was seeing that powerful, and even on the ground, Ravana was holding with one hand with Mother Sita, and he used his other hands, took his Khadga, the sword, and cut off the wings and the legs of the Jadayu. And that you can see that here. And then immediately, then Ravana took Mother Sita and the Pushpa Viman and started. And this Pushpa Viman was flying in the desires of the charioteer. And this is the time Mother Sita saw that there are 5 Vanaras are sitting on the hilltop. So immediately, without noticing Ravana, Mother Sita took out all his jewelries and put down on the Vanaras. And then Ravana took Mother Sita into the Lanka, and then Ravana was showing the entire the glitterness of the opulences of Lanka to Mother Sita, and taking Mother Sita to everywhere and showing all his maidservants and the wives and the queens. And Ravana was telling to Mother Sita, all these will become your maidservant. All you need to do is started to develop love towards me. I'm so much in love with you. The Cupid is actually attacked me because of you. I am so much in you. And so this is the way Ravana was trying to tempt Mother Sita, but Mother Sita never tempted. And this is the time Lord Ram and Lakshman, and then Ravana actually put Mother Sita into the Ashokavadi and told to all the demoness gods that somehow or allure this Mother Sita, I will give her 1 year. And immediately after 1 year, I will take this Sita, this foolish lady, into my kitchen, and she will become my curry. And then this is the time Lord Ram came back, and seeing that Lakshman on the way, Lord Ram was furious to Lord Lakshman and told to Lord Ram, Lakshman to that, where is my Sita? Why did you leave Sita alone? And what is happening? And I'm seeing something when Marija was crying with that foul voice of mine. And I realized that something bad is going to happen. Where is my Sita? You left her alone. I told you don't leave her alone in the Panchavadi, in the hermitage. And then they came back to the hermitage. They were searching for Mother Sita. Lord Ram was calling out, Sita, Sita, and wandering around and going here and running here and everywhere. And then not seeing Mother Sita. And Lord was weeping and going to the Godavari, the trees and the creepers, and asking, did you see my dear Mother Sita? Where is my Mother Sita? Sita was coming, your mother's, and went to Champaka, the mango, the lily, the karnikara, all these plants and the fruit, the flowers and the trees, all over the places. Lord Ram was actually inquiring about Mother Sita, and he became so furious. And even he was become of the furious. He was even trying to devastate the gods. And he was telling to the gods, you should come and help me and bring back my Mother Sita. And he was wandering and searching every places. And then Lakshmana somehow pacified, Lord Ram. Lakshmana was telling that you don't, because of the one person's sins, you cannot punish everybody. And you are the Lord Ram, you are the you are the son of Dasharatha, and you are the Lord, the Supreme. And then you know that what is the morality, what is the dharma. And then Lord was pacified. And then Lakshmana was advising Lord Ram to let us search. There may be Sita may be here in hideout somewhere in this Dandakaranya forest. Let's go and search. So they started to search, and meantime they saw that the Mother Sita's garlands and the jewelries down in the place there. And then Lord was weeping and seeing this and crying and shattered down and sitting down. And then they started further search. And then this is the time. And Lord Rama and Lakshmana saw and sports the Jadayu. And Jadayu was holding his breath. And as soon as Jadayu saw Lakshmana and Lord Rama, and Lord Rama went there and embraced Jadayu. And what happened? Who did this to you? And Jadayu started to tell that all what has happened. The Ravana is a powerful demon. He abducted Mother Sita. Ravana took Mother Sita and went into the south direction. She was crying and she was calling out your name. You were not there. And she was so helpless. I tried my level best. I tried to obstruct this demon Ravana. But look at that. I'm helpless. I failed. He cut my wings and legs and I cannot even move. And I am about to die. Oh, Lord Ram. And Lord Ram now trying to understand more about Ravan. And then, but saying this, Ravan took and the south directions, and then Jadayu in the hands of Lord Ram left the body. And you can see that then Jadayu took his original form and the beautiful celestial form. And then Lord Ram was weeping. Then Lord took that Jedi's body, and Lord said that this is as equal as my father, and and now I'm very much even distressful. I'm sad about and leaving this Jedi, and I didn't felt that even my father when left, but Jedi, I'm so much in sorrow, and let me do the honor for the Jedi. And then Lord Ram took personally, and then Lakshmana assembled all the fire of the woods, and they ignite the fire, and they cremated, and using the funeral rites and using the Vedic mantra. It is mentioned that one who chants the Vedic mantra in his lifetimes, and he can attain the celestial, he can ascend to the heavenly abode. And Lord Rama took that time to give a proper honor to Jadayu and cremated Jadayu in such a beautiful way. And then we can see that Lord Lakshmana and Lord Rama then giving that proper funeral rites to and water and funeral rites to the Jadayu. And then Jadayu mentioned that went to the south direction. So this is the time Lord Ram then Lakshman and properly cremated Jadayu, then walked further south. And this is the time they saw that there is a very ugly creature on their way. And then immediately they saw this creature extended his hands and caught hold of the Lord Rama and Lakshman, and then started to devour and eat. And this Lord Rama and Lakshman, this is the time. And then immediately Lord Ram and Lakshman cut the hands of this ugly creature. And then when Lord Ram and Lakshman cut the ugly creature, his name is called Kabanda. And this Kabanda was there living for a long time, and he can extend his hands almost 100 yojanas. And he using his hands and extended, he is catching all these wild animals and eating them, and who are passing through. And this is the way Kabanda got hold of Lakshman and the Lord Ram. And then this is the time when Lord Ram and Lakshman cut the hands of Kabanda. And this is the time Lord Kabanda asked, "Who are you?" And then Lakshman and Ram mentioned that I'm the sons of Dasharatha. My name is Ram. This is my younger brother Lakshmana. As soon as the Lord Ram and Lakshmana cut the hands of Kabanda, then he regained his consciousness, and he started to tell that, yes, I was waiting for this day. I'm very happy that you cut my hands. And I was also cursed by Stulashira, a sage, a Gandharva, a saint. A sage cursed me. I was in the forest of, celestial forest, and I have this miracle power. Whenever I can become a very different forms, and then I was carrying away all these pious and sages and the celestial beings. And one day I was meeting with this Stulashira, and I was carried him away. And seeing that, Stulashira cursed me that you be always there in this form. But I was very valiant, and one day I was met with Indra, and also I had a boon from Brahma that I should live for long life. Then I asked this to Indra that how can I live long life with his disfigured, with his ugly form? I don't have any legs, I don't have any head, and I don't have any, only one, my mouth is on my belly. Then Indra actually then gave me this boon that you can extend your hands to 100 yojana so that you can live like this. So, but then further I inquired from Indra, what is I was repenting myself, and what is the remedy for this? Indra was mentioning that in the Tredayug, and then the sons of Dasharatha, their name is Rama and Lakshman, they came and through this forest, and when they cut your arms, and then you will get the original celestial body. And then immediately Lord Ram and Lakshmana requested this Kabanda, please tell me that Lord was very anxious about to know more about Sita. Did you see that my Sita is went away this way? And then Kabanda said, no, but if you deliver me, if you cremate me, if you kill me, then I can, my Gandharva form, I can tell you whom to meet so that you can get back the mother Sita. So then immediately Lord killed and then put a big pit over there, and in that pit they put this Kabanda's body, and then immediately the Kabanda regained his original form as a Gandharva, and then told to Lord Ram and the Lakshmana that you go in the south, and there you will meet the Sugriva. He is a very valiant and powerful than in the universe. He is the son of the son of his sun god. He is the portion of sun god. He is very powerful, and this Sugriva knows everywhere and each places. He can help you in searching Mother Sita, and also you can meet Shabari. And then they went south, and also this Kabanda mentioned about the beautiful south of the banks of Pamba, the river Lake Pamba, and there they were walking towards the hermitage of Shabari, and then Shabari was received, and Shabari mentioned that I was waiting for a long time, oh Lord. I know that my sage, my guru Madanga mentioned to me that wait here till Lord Ram and Lakshman comes. And then Mother Shabari was giving, and Mother Shabari was showing that, and their hermit is so beautiful in such a way that, and alluring that there is a beautiful heavenly places on the earth. And then Mother Shabari was receiving Shiva and Lord Ram and Lakshman, and then Mother Shabari was treating in such a way that giving all these wonderful, the fruits, and even Mother Shabari, in order to give that the devotion to the Lord, and Lord to give Lord to a very, very sweet one. Even Mother Shabari was tasting this, and Lord was very, pleasingly accepting all those. And then after seeing Lord Rama, Lakshman, Mother mentioned to Lord Rama and said, "This is my time to come to reach to my Guru's abode." And then with the potency of Mother Shabari, and she created a fire and entered into the fire and ascended to the heavenly abode. And then also we know that still that place is there in the south. It's called Shabarimala, and where the Shabari was took that penance for a long time, and then later it actually became a beautiful temple there. And then Lord Rama Lakshman further went to the south, and then enjoyed and saw that the beautiful lake of the Pamba, and we can see that the Pamba river is there. And I was also happened to be, very close to the river of Pamba, and we were going to the river every day and taking bath there. And it's a beautiful and very sacred rivers there like that. And this is the way that the Aranya Kaanda ends, and it's so beautiful. I'm sorry I took a little more time to go further and explain this completely. And thank you so much for being there. Hope it was okay. And thank you so much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. This is the way Aranya Kaanda ends. Dibol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. No question from me. Just wanted to appreciate, and it was very beautiful narration and visualization, literal story, very detailed, comprehensive. Many events in Lord's pastime which he performed. You covered most of all the events, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Very good narration of the whole story.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Anybody else has any comments? Anything to add? Any questions? It's beautiful. It's beautiful that we will not stop. We can talk and talk and talk. The way that Lord Ram and how they're dealing with everybody, and Jadayu's the sacrifice. Lord said that. Yeah, go ahead, please. Somebody was trying to say.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, just one question if no one is asking.
Yes.
Some places I kind of heard some people say, but Jatayu is fortunate enough to die in the arms of Lord Ram,
Right.
And Lord Ram gives the final rites to Jatayu. However, Lord Ram's father is very unlucky, not fortunate to have son near to him when he died. But, is there any coincidence? I mean, is there any? How do we understand this? Maybe quickly you can give me 1 minute, not
Yes.
much.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Dasharatha was fortunate in one sense. Fortunate was Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Lord, came as his son, and Lord Ram was took even the Dasharatha was his own self, so much of respect, so much of honor, and even took that the words of Dasharatha his own, and seeing that the Dasharatha was not there, Lord Ram was not there, but Dasharatha left the body. That doesn't mean that he was unfortunate. He was fortunate, and it is mentioned that even in Valmiki Ramayana, just by upkeeping his promise, his mother Kaiyeyi, he ascended to the.
Oh my God, that's scared.
He ascended to the abode of the Lord, and he's ascended. He's abode of the Lord, and he could actually also got a boon that he can also appear even before Lord Ram whenever he wishes to, and he did that when he was in the battlefield of in the Ravana, and then in the abode to kill Ravana. In that time, Dasharatha also appeared before Lord Ram and incited and appreciating Lord Ram for all this. And so this is happened because of Lord Ram and by the mercy of Lord Ram and because of the Dasharatha's upkeeping that promises and because of the Lord Ram appeared as his son, and mercy is always there. And the other reason for Dasharatha is actually missed Lord Ram because of he got a curse from a sage, an old couple. His name was Shravan Kumar's parents. So one time Dasharatha was in the forest and then wandering, and he was in the hunting mood, and he saw a very a wild animal is drinking water, and he didn't see that whether it is wild animal, but he assumed that this is a wild animal. He shoot an arrow, and but when he went there nearby, uh, his the wild animal of that he was assuming, he saw a boy was getting the water, fetching the water in his pot, and he was dying with his arrow, and he was in pain, great pain, and he told to Dasharatha that my name is Shravan Kumar, and I was helping my parents. They are blind. I am the only son for them, and they are completely dependent upon me. And please tell them that my condition, and so that they will understand. So then Dasharatha took the arrow from the chest and then took that body to the Shravan Kumar's parents, and then Dasharatha got a curse that you will also die same as like this with the separation of your son. And then Shravan Kumar died without their parents' presence. Similarly, that because of that the curse, the Dasharatha also died, and this was to so the reason why this all occurs, it is the will of the ordinance that about to happen because of the main purpose, the main reason for Lord Ram to come down is actually to protect the sages and to kill the Ravana. So this is all bound to happen, and then that doesn't mean that Dasharatha was unfortunate, but Dasharatha was actually dying in the full thoughts of Lord Ram, and then Dasharatha attained the abode of Lord Ram.
Sure. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for clarification.
Thank you so much. Anything else? Anybody else would like to add anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanwad
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Very nice narration, Prabhu. I was little just very tightly holding the phone and listening beginning to end, and think it like the flowing is so nice, and just we want to hearing that
I
the
couldn't
body
even
goes.
stop myself. Sorry for that.
Yeah, time because of the time, but the very nice project. And which book you are referring, and which?
There is Valmiki Ramayana is there, and
Okay,
also there is Adhyatma Ramayana.
okay. Yeah, very nice. The picturization and very clear all that.
Thank you.
And just two small comments, bro. If you see the Dasarath leaving the body, bro, that's where we say the separation. See the Ram, Dasarath completely absorb the Lord Ram when leaving the body.
Yes.
So we cannot say unfortunate because we all are practicing in the separation, leaving the body. So when we leave the body, we observe the same separation.
Yeah. Exactly.
So this is very fortunate. That's why we say the Krishna or Lord Ram name, form, the Leela and Guna, there is no difference. So the Maharaja Dasarath completely absorbing the Lord Ram separation.
Exactly. And with that separation, completely absorbed in the Lord Ram's, and seeing that Lord Ram nearby at the time of the Sridhar's death, he's seeing everywhere Lord Ram. With that separation, even though seeing everywhere, and with that cry of separation from the Lord Ram, that is the feeling of separation that we pralamba, that the highest of all the, not even that very close, the feeling of separation is the highest. That's what it is. Also, when Mother Sita separated from the Lord Ram also wanted to exhibit that. The feeling of separation is the greatest rasa that one can have. Because of that separation, one forget himself. So one has to come to that stage. Yes, exactly.
That's why
Dasharatha
we
was
do
in
the
that.
Krishna consciousness practice to teaching us this separation,
Yes,
how to absorb that.
exactly. The Vipralamba Bhav, instead of Sambhoga Bhav, Vipralamba is the higher than the Sambhoga, because of that even diminishes the Sambhoga. That's the highest of all. And that's what is exactly even a moment of association, that seeing that when Lord is not there, many situations, Madhumangala or others, they may trick trick the Srimati Radharani. Even says that, so Lord Krishna also trick Radharani, goes to the shadow. When Mother Radharani sees that Krishna is not there, when Krishna stand in the shadow because of the blackish color, Mother Radha sees that Krishna is not there, and she faints down immediately. So that feeling of separation is the highest of all. So that's why we are also, instead of, even if we just come closer, we should not see that, okay, we are so closer. We should feel that we are feeling so separate. We are far from the Lord. So we have to be so much, have that feeling of that we are always with the separate from the Lord, so that I can go more and more we can remember the Lord. Good. Thank you.
Prabhuji, sorry, just extending the rewording my question. You already answered. Just clearly rewording it same. Maharaj Dashrath Maharaj was fortunate enough, but I meant actually was not fortunate enough to have Lord Ram at his last time. That's what I meant. Prabhuji. I was fortunate enough, but not fortunate enough, when at his last time. That's what was my question. But you answered. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's natural. Every parents or every, like father has that kind of wish. Yeah, my son to be nearby when I leave the world. Said, but yeah, I mean, but in the case of Lord Ram's appearance, the purpose is different, and this all has to happen, all bound to happen. Then only it adds more to the Leela of the Lord. We know that when Mother Kaigeyi and Kausalya and Sumitra came to meet Lord Ram in Chitrakoot, before leaving, Mother Kaigeyi came back again to Lord Ram. And Mother Kaigeyi was so much in guilt feeling and pleading to Lord Ram, please forgive me. Lord Ram was replying to Mother
that. You don't need to. And it is all, I am the one who has incited all this in your heart. I am the one who incited all this in your heart. It's all bound to happen. And thank you for all, helping me to come over here. And this is the mood of Lord Ram. Lord Ram was understanding completely his mission. So, but also Lord Ram was also having this and also inciting in different ways that so that it will increase the Leela, the Rasa of the Leela. So when it's increased the Rasa of the Leela, then only that everything will come to the point where he can eliminate the demon of Ravana and eradicate all these miscreants. So this is the purpose of Lord's appearance. That's the purpose of Lord Vishnu came down to to eliminate all these miscreants. So this is the Leela of the Lord. Okay.
So, very beautiful narration, Prabhuji. But every time, probably, many people will, like you said, separation. The story is so intense. The pastime is so intense, and so the pain the Lord goes through. So definitely brings tears in the eyes, and you beautifully narrated every event, very detailed, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. But definitely, it actually brings and tears in the eyes every time we hear Lord Ram's the whole pastime, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Anything else? Anybody else? Otherwise, we can close this today's Ram Katha. Okay. Thank you, dear devotees. And yeah, it's been a little 9 minutes. So thank you so much for joining, and please join. Tomorrow is a very beautiful day, very auspicious day of Ram Navami, the appearance of day of Lord Ram. So from these all pastimes, we can see that the Supreme Lord manifested. It's not that just somebody says this all happened. It's a pastimes. Lord appeared in Treta Yuga, and his all evidences are there. All evidences are there. So Lord, so we have to take it. That's why we are going through in details of this, the pastimes of the Lord. So by the mercy of the Lord, we can enter into that pastimes of the Lord. So tomorrow is the appearance day. So please engage yourself in the service of the Lord and remembering the Lord and hear the pastimes of the Lord, worship the Lord, engage in the service of the Lord. There are so many services at the temple. And also we have a program at the temple starting at 6 p.m., 6 to 7 p.m. There is the Kirtan, and 7 o'clock there is Arati and then Abhishek. And also there will be a beautiful Ramakatha. And the devotees, as Lord says Lord says in the Bhagavad, Janma karma cha me divyam, evam yovedi tattvadaha tektva deham punarjanma naidima medi savarjana. It's mentioned that one who hears the name of Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, pastimes and appearance and activities, upon leaving the body, never comes back into this material world again. They will come back to me. There is no doubt. So Krishna is promising this all. So the devotees, this is our greatest fortune that we have this opportunity to serve the Lordships tomorrow. Please come early and engage in the service of the Lord somehow or other. This is the way we can always in the mercy of the Lord. So thank you so much, and let's conclude today's session. Vancha. Then we will have Friday. We will continue this Ram Katha with Kishkinda Kaanda. So thank you so much. Let's read together. Vancha kalpatarubhasya viva sindhu bhevacha adidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srimad Ramayanam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nanda Kodi Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Guru Premanande Hari Hari.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Babu, Hare Krishna, Babu, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Tomorrow, should I do the fasting or?
We are doing the fasting till evening, yes. Fasting till evening.
Till evening, right?
Yeah, fasting till evening.
Oh God. What is the time?
Until we finish the Abhishek. 7 o'clock.
Okay, Babu. Got it. Dandavat Pranam.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.